Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you doing?
How are you?
Okay? How are you? You know, I've got this thing about how are you. You know this.
Yes, that's
about
why
me, Sam.
every time I come on, I like to say, how are you?
Regarding what? Let's see, that is my natural response to that question. How are you do? Actually, my natural response is this patent. Fine. I'm fine. Whatever. Fine. How are you? Fine. What a great conversation. Let's do that.
How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. We don't know any
nowhere.
more. Well, all we've done is, yes, we've literally spoken to each other. I guess broken the ice of not speaking.
Yeah, I guess.
But we just, you can do the same thing by simply saying hello. Hi. Hey,
Hi.
good to
How
see
are
you.
you?
You know what? If I say good to see you, it makes you feel good. If I say, how are you? Regarding what?
Yeah.
My health? My finances?
I think good to see you elicits a better response.
I do too. Hey, it's good to see you. Hey. Hey.
It's good to see you too.
Man, it has been forever. What have you been up to, man?
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm starting a movement, and I'm going to enlist everybody who will to help me. Let's stop the useless, inane, how are you? How are you doing?
Well, what about how have you been?
It's
Since I last saw you.
You know, it's just due to the monotony of how are you?
Yeah.
How have you been is better simply because it's not how are you? But still, how have I been? Well, I don't know. Like Tuesday? How was I Tuesday? How was I back in April? I don't know how to answer that question. Here's the problem with how are you? I don't really know how to answer the question. How am I regarding what? My health, my ball team, my politics, my job, my kids, my family, my home, my car, the weather. How am I? Because the answer is different with all those.
Yeah. If I asked you how you were yesterday, like feeling wise, like how were you emotionally yesterday?
Emotionally, I felt strong.
How did you feel about the weather yesterday?
Well, of course, I'm resigned to it. Well, here we are. It's July. By the way, speaking of weather, it's about 79 degrees. Sky's partly cloudy, somewhere between clear and cloudy. Your forecast coming up at the bottom. Sam Brewer's over there. My name is Nathan. Here's the thing, Sam. When somebody asks you, how are you, they don't really want to know.
No.
They're just saying it because they think it's polite. Oh, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you? How am I? Ask me how tall I am. That's a better question. At least that will give you concrete. Hey, how tall are you? Sam, boy, it's good to see you. How tall are you? And you would say,
Oh, 6 foot.
okay, well, now I know something. And by the way, wouldn't it be so much more interesting? That would really catch people off guard. And they'd say, oh, well, I didn't expect that.
Unless they were ashamed of their height.
It would be delightful. I think people would be delighted. Briley did not know what his daddy was doing. He just knew there were donuts there. And so Briley and Briley ate the donuts. Dad took him on to school. Well, turns out before Dad ever got the donuts, Dad had already been at the office. Then he left to get the donuts and brought them home and took Briley to school. And then he went back to the office. That's how Brian built his business. And because he was there trying to learn stuff and strategize and help his clients. And that's what Briley learned. That's the kind of work ethic Briley learned. And that's still what Brian and Briley Bacca do at Advanced Financial Strategies in Clinton. The website, retirewithbacca.com. Retirewithbacca.com. You can text us at 225-9697 if you want to talk to us, and who can blame you? If you want to text us at 225-9697, but listen, do not ask us how we're doing. How are you? I will ignore that message. One of our listeners said, good morning, girls. Saw your boss again. He ran out at the red light with a bucket to squeegee and wash my windshield. Okay.
Was he using the penny news to dry it up? That might have been him. Yeah, I've heard newspapers are good at that.
You know, they are, actually. When I used to clean this place, we used to get the Oklahoman, the newspaper, the actual hard copy of the newspaper. We'd keep stacks of them over there, the old ones. And when it came time to clean, I'd grab a few of them, and I would use those. Windex on the door, Oklahoman, wipe it away. And it worked. It did. It really worked. And think of all the money we saved on paper towel.
Exactly.
One of our listeners says, I like, what have you been up to? And then I'd like to answer about 5'7". Oh, I see what he's saying. What have you been up to? And then I like to answer 5'7". So when somebody asks, what have you been up to?
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little of this, a little of that.
Well, you should have said 5'7".
But I'm not 5'7". It doesn't work for me.
You.
It doesn't work with me.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess.
What would you feel if you were greeted with what's happening? About as confused as what's happening? Well, where? Right here? In Afghanistan? In Washington?
I'd probably say something like, oh, you know.
What's happening? I'm standing here. I'm talking to you. The answer is, what am I doing right now? I'm talking to you. What are you doing right now besides listening to me? How's it going? But somebody says, ask, how's it going? But again, regarding what? That's hello. How about just hello? Hey, Bobby, how's your mom? Or what time is lunch? Or man, those Atlanta Braves, aren't they crazy?
Something that kind of bothers me is when someone will ask me, like they'll say, how's Sam?
Like third person, talking to you in third person about you?
As if they're talking about a different Sam. Well, I don't know. Why don't you ask him?
Okay, well, as long as we're on pet peeves with greetings, how about this? Here's one. How are we doing?
Yeah, I can't say how you're doing. How are we doing?
I really, really want to, when somebody asks me that, I really want to say, well, I tell you what, you tell me how you're doing, and then I'll tell you how I'm doing, and we'll know how we are doing. I mean, that's a smart alecky response, but
that sounds like that sounds like something a waitress would say, or a waiter. How are we doing tonight, folks?
I think I've heard that. I think I've heard that too.
Which, I mean, they get an excuse. They have to say that, 10 different times a night. How are we doing?
I like to change it up and do stuff that people don't.
But us common folk, how are we doing? We can do better than that. How's Nathan doing?
One of our listeners suggested, how's your dog? That would be a better greeting.
Yeah.
How's your dog?
Unless I don't have a dog. I'd be really confused.
How about this one? So, hey, how old is your mother? One of those. Just something different. 225-9697. What is a better greeting than how are you or how are you doing?
How are you?
My new stock answer, and it drives my mother crazy. She'll say, hey, how are you? And I'll say, about the same. I don't, because I don't know how to answer that. Look, the easy answer's fine.
We're good. I'm good.
I'm good. How are you? Good. Okay. I don't know any more than I knew, but see, what we're doing is saying we're wasting opportunities to get closer to one another.
And build connections.
That's right. Wasting opportunities to get closer to one another with these inane, banal exchanges of worthless words.
Yeah.
How are you? Good. How are you? Good. Okay. Good to see you. Good to see you too. Okay. Have a good day. You have a good day too. Okay.
We have a lot of words and we don't use them.
I am a robot. I will say the same thing. I will not think about you or want to interact with you on a human level. That was my robot voice. That's pretty good, wasn't it? I like what's up, and then I say the sky. Oh, another.
That's literal.
Okay, now here's one I actually really enjoy. How's your mama and them?
Who's them? Who's them? At that point, you don't know where to stop.
We're getting some great suggestions, though, on the greeting hotline here this morning. How's your sock inventory? You know what? I like that. It's better than how are you? Mm-hmm. Because it's a concrete question.
It's a good conversation starter.
I know what they're talking about here.
That's a good conversation starter.
Sock inventory.
How's your socks?
I was looking at my socks just this morning, and I thought I could make a few changes, but overall it's strong.
Does anyone else sort by taste with those? Or is that just me?
Good morning. I usually say, hey there, what's up? But see, I don't know what that means. I don't know.
What is up?
What is up? What's up? You mean what's going on in my life? Well, let me sit down and tell you everything going on. Do you have a couple of hours?
It's too broad.
It is. It's you got to narrow your focus.
Well, if you ask a broad question, you're going to get a broad response.
If you're just doing it to be polite and break the ice, I understand that. Mm-hmm. But why not just stop at hey or hello or it's good to see you? Hey, Bobby, it's good to see you, man. I see your eyes are still blue. That's great.
What?
My grandmother. My grandmother liked to throw people off their game. She would ask them, "How's your liver?" I like that. I like Grandma. That was really good. What is a better greeting than, "How are you? How are you doing?" Or, "How are we doing?"
Or how's Sam doing? Or Nathan? How's Nathan doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't you ask him? I'm right here. How's Sam doing?
When I used to run the store, when the UPS man would come in, UPS, United Parcels Service. When I used to run the store, when the UPS man would come in, I would say, "What's ups?" Up, UPS, ups. See that?
How's Nathan doing?
225-9697. What's a better greeting? The weather. What weather event are you the most afraid of?
I think in Oklahoma, probably tornadoes, because I think that's the most prevalent to us.
The thing that causes me, let me put it this way, the thing that causes me fear most often in weather is lightning. Because you just hear a bunch of stories every year about people dying in lightning. And there's a story I saw this morning. In the mountains, you don't think about, those of us out here who don't live in the mountains, don't necessarily think about Colorado and Utah and Wyoming as being particularly deadly in the spring and summer. We think about maybe you could freeze if you get lost in the winter and freeze to death. You get all the snow and this, that, and the other. But in the summertime, the mountains are liable to lightning because they have thunderstorms. And
they're closer to the sky.
Yes. Well, there's a story here about a 15-year-old boy who died this past Sunday in Colorado. He was out with his little brother. A Colorado teenager was fatally struck by lightning while hiking on Mount Blue Sky and trying to protect his younger brother, according to family and local authorities. Clear Creek County Public Safety Agencies received a report around 1:22 Sunday afternoon local time of a lightning strike. As several emergency agencies headed to the scene, authorities received a second report confirming that a person at the summit had been injured. Denver Mountain Parks Rangers immediately began conducting life-saving measures on the victim when they arrived at the mountain, but he could not be revived. It was a 15-year-old boy named Levi Strobel. A second victim was identified as the teenager's younger brother, was flown to a Denver hospital. The younger brother is recovering, and it seems as though, and it may have been on testimony of the younger brother, but I think he was I think the 15-year-old who died was trying to protect his little brother. They were out Sunday afternoon at approximately 1:22, hit by lightning. That's just terrible. But it's a reminder, and this was, I think, the 7th lightning death in the United States this year, according to the story in USA Today. And it's just a reminder, lightning, tornadoes are frightening. But lightning is a more immediate danger because every thunderstorm has lightning. Not every thunderstorm has tornadoes, but every thunderstorm. If there's thunder, there's lightning.
Yes.
If there's a thunderstorm, you've got lightning, and lightning is deadly dangerous. If you're in the mountains, one guy was killed in the beach, I think off Fort Myers, Florida. He was in the water. Which, by the way, I used to hear, this is one of those questions, I don't remember if I heard it in the news or Trivial Pursuit. Florida has a lot of lightning deaths every year. For whatever reason. I don't know if it's people at the beach or if they just receive more light. I don't know, but Florida usually is way up there leading the nation in lightning deaths. And a guy was killed on the beach or in the water off of a beach in Florida this year. 225-9697. Text us and let us know what's on your mind. 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. Sam Brewer to my left. My name is Nathan. It's the early morning show on KECO. 79 degrees, cloudy, partly cloudy, clear, partly clear to cloudy skies. Your forecast coming up at the bottom of the hour. We're also, after that, going to put a spotlight on Elk City, Oklahoma, because it is Wednesday. And you need to know it's Heyday Wednesday. So between 11:59 and 59 seconds this morning and 12:45, here's what you need to do. You need to text Jimmy Clark if you want to buy hay or if you have hay for sale. It's a Heyday Wednesday brought to you by Great Plains Bank in Elk City. A Heyday Wednesday on Today in Ag. So between noon and 12:45, text Jimmy Clark if you want to buy hay or if you have hay for sale. Pardon me.
Could I-
225-9697.
Could I buy like a couple straws of hay? Is that allowed?
You can do whatever you want.
What if I just want 7?
If you'll stop saying "How are you?" or "What's up?" Yes, you can.
How are you?
If you need a job, look at the Penny News because people are trying to hire.
Mhm.
Like, what is this? Guardian Oilfield Services hiring owner-operators. That's on page 9. If you need a job, looking for a job, look on page 9 of the Penny News.
Ain't we hiring?
Yeah, we are. We're looking for a graphics person, and there's a lot of things
Yeah.
involved in this job. If you're a graphics person, if you're a videographer,
Or if you know someone who is.
yeah, have them contact us here at Paragon.
Yeah. Hey, here's worker testimony. I like working here.
How long have you worked here now?
Well, what do you mean by that? Because I've produced since I was a junior in high school.
Okay, but that's
But
just weekend.
I've really worked here
How long have you been
Since-
working here during the week?
February. Yeah, I think February.
You started in trading in February?
I started Yes, I think so.
June. So 5 months.
Yeah, I think it was February. I started training in February.
What do you like about working here?
It's a really good atmosphere. I think there's coworkers are good here. I enjoy it. Like,
What is the atmosphere like?
bubbly. It's almost never negative unless we're rushing to do something. Then it's just a little stress. But I mean, 99% of the time, everyone's very nice here. We got a good crew. That's part of it. If I enjoyed the job but I had a bad crew, I wouldn't enjoy it that much. But I mean, it's good work personnel, good coworkers.
I would add to that it's the activity level
Yes,
because you're always you're not sitting staring at the wall.
Mhm.
You're always moving, and it's every job claim, oh, your boy's fast-paced environment. No, this is really a fast-paced. We got stuff going on all the time. We got deadlines all the
we
time.
got events all the time,
Move. We got to do this. We got to go.
which is a good thing.
Yeah, because it makes your days go fast. But also, I've been to places, I've been to media companies where the atmosphere was, shall we say, sedate. It's not that way here. There's a lot of activity, and the mood reflects it. It's just the stuff going, and people are moving around, and we do have to work together. But it's usually a pretty positive experience. So if you like that kind of environment, if you like activity, if you like, I enjoy it. I enjoy my job.
I enjoy it too. I'd say it's a fun job.
I'm 50 and enjoy it. Sam's 19 and he enjoys it. So if you are a graphics person, if you do videography, if you like fast, if you like people, if you enjoying work,
And media, I enjoy media. That's why I like it so much.
which if you like producing media production,
fun.
contact us here at Paragon, okay? 225-9697, 24 minutes after the hour. That's Sam. I'm Nathan.
Keep chugging that coffee. The Brewer Boys will be back with the early morning show in a couple of minutes.
Briley Baca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
One of my earliest memories was waking up to a box of donuts on the kitchen table. By the time I woke up, Dad had already been at work for hours. He'd come home just long enough to leave breakfast for me, take me to school, and then head right back to the office. Back then, I thought it was all about the donuts. Looking back, I realized it never really was. Dad wasn't just building a business, he was building a reputation. One handshake, one family, one relationship at a time. If you're looking for experienced retirement guidance from a family that spent more than 3 decades earning the trust of people we serve, we'd love the opportunity to earn yours. I'm Briley Baca with Advanced Financial Strategies. Now the donuts are long gone, but the work ethic that put them on the table is still the foundation of everything that we do. Call us today, 323-6800, or visit our website, retirewithbaca.com.
Did last spring's hailstorms batter your body? Your auto body? When it comes to removing dents, nobody's better than Ezra. Ezra Coy is Barbara Dyson Ford's dent guy. He's all caught up on BD's vehicles, and now he's ready to get those dents out of yours. Drive your vehicle right into the service bay at BD Ford. Ezra will give you a free estimate and let you know what he can do. For removing hail dents, nobody's better than Ezra. For a little while longer, Ezra Coy is at Barbara Dyson Ford in Elk City.
I'm a dental nerd because I love dentistry. I love what I get to do. I love learning anything more that I can to help serve my patients. And also it helps fulfill me because I enjoy what I'm doing. I love what I do. My favorite part is the chairside interactions with patients and my team. I have an opportunity to do a few artistic things. I love the cosmetic aspects of dentistry. Part of it because I've had other people make me feel like I'm good at it. And who doesn't want to feel good about something if somebody tells you that you're good at it?
I'm Dr. Jamie Cameron, Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics in Weatherford, catty corner to Walgreens. swdentalok.com.
Southwest Dentistry and Cosmetics, where we treat you like family and do life-changing dentistry.
There's this word we throw around a lot. Urgent. Urgent emails, urgent meetings, urgent everything. But when it comes to your health, urgent means something bigger, like not having to wait days or weeks for a doctor's appointment when you need care now. At Express Wellness Urgent Care, same-day scheduling is easy and walk-ins are always welcome. We're open 7 days a week right here in Elk City or at other clinics all across Oklahoma. And yes, we accept your insurance. So the next time you're sick or injured, head to Express Wellness Urgent Care.
28 minutes after 7, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. 79 degrees your forecast and a few more after that, putting a spotlight on Elk City. Sam to my left. My name is Nathan. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. Do you know who sings that? Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you.
No.
I think I know. Listeners, do you know?
Listener, how are you?
225-9697. By the way, we are getting some fabulous icebreakers, greeting lines when you go meet somebody. I say, this is one of our listeners, I say, how goes it? Which is still a little vague. I wouldn't know how goes what?
It.
What is it?
Vague.
So I wouldn't know what it is and how's it going.
See, if you ask a vague question, you're going to get a vague response.
That's right. You nailed it, brother. One of our listeners said, when you're greeting people, say, how's the plumbing in your house?
Could be better.
Again, throwing people off their game. It would just, whoa, what?
See,
wow.
Unexpected.
That delights people. Unexpected things delight people. When you say what people are expecting you to say, it bores them silly. But when you say something they weren't expecting, they're delighted. What? Oh, my plumbing. Oh, well, now that you mention it, I've got a leak in the blah, blah. And you know what? I think it would really brighten people's days if you asked them about their plumbing. Sam, cover me. Say something interesting.
Well, let's see. I went to see a movie last night. We're probably going to talk about that later. It's called The Odyssey.
We are. We're going to talk about that after Spotlight.
Well, sneak peek. It was good.
Was it, though?
Well, I won't say more, but it was good. Objectively, it was good. And I enjoyed it. But I don't want to say more.
I thought somebody else sang that.
I almost said something to you during the break, but I was like, I want to save it. So that way the interaction is genuine on the air. Because I don't want to talk to you about it and say, oh, yeah, it was good, and then go on the air and have to say it again. Because then you'd be like, oh, yeah.
I thought somebody else sang this song.
See, it'll be fresh on your mind if I say it then. When I walked in this morning, I thought, well, it's very pleasant outside. Then I realized it was 78, which is warm.
Sure.
But I'm so used to 100 that 78 feels cool. It felt nice. 78 felt really nice. Maybe miss the 70s. I'm sick of it.
When your operation runs on equipment, you absolutely must keep the equipment running. If you have engines, if your equipment has an engine, it needs a lot of stuff, and Camrock has it. Camrock Supply. In fact, if you buy it in bulk, you're going to save time and money. Okay, you just are. Camrock Supply is next to Fred's Steakhouse on the south side of Elk City. 225-906-907. Text us and let us know, what is a better greeting than, hello, how are you? How are you? How are you doing? How are you? How are you doing?
There's a lot of answers to that question. Not the how are you, the what's better than a how are you.
Yes.
There's a lot of things better than a how are you.
What's a better greeting? Let us know. Does this sound familiar?
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I just feeling that something ain't
No.
right.
No.
So scared in case I fall off my chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Wow, stuck in the middle with you. And I don't know what it is.
Actually, working on the Cool Studio, I have heard this once or twice.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
It's pretty funny.
This is Jeff Healey Band. He's the same guy. I bet you. And this is probably a better known song than.
Didn't he make the shoes? Heelys?
No.
The ones with wheelies. As soon as I start speaking on the air, I get all congested and whatnot.
Yeah, you get all flimmy.
Yeah.
You're like, I need to clear my throat.
Yeah.
Jeff Healey Band had probably multiple big songs, but this is the one that I really know him best for. And I really like this song. Angel Eyes.
Girl, you're looking fine tonight. And every guy has got you in his side.
Is this late 80s? I don't know.
What you're doing.
I have this vague, very vague notion of this song way back in the back of my mind from many years ago. It's got to be the 80s, right?
Mr. B, so tonight, the stars above.
Jeff Healey Band.
How did I ever win your love?
Angel Eyes. The Jeff Healey Band.
What did I say?
Anything?
No.
Your angel eyes my way.
Y'all remember that song? Angel Eyes, Jeff Healey Band. What was the year? 225-9697. Text me and let me know. 225-9697. I saw a story on the news last night, and I noticed it's also on the KECO website about Oklahoma possibly being the location of a nuclear facility. Oklahoma is one of 5 finalists to potentially host, how about that? One of 5 finalists to maybe host a planned federal hub for nuclear energy research. Officials at the Department of Energy described the proposed campuses as federal-state partnerships designed to spur regional economic growth, strengthen national energy security, and create a comprehensive strategy for the nuclear energy industry. So, a nuke facility in Oklahoma, how do you feel about that? We need energy. We got to have energy,
Yeah.
okay? We like oil and gas around here. We got plenty of that. Nuclear, I don't know anything about science. I'm not an expert. Everybody's got an opinion. Nobody knows anything. I don't know. Here's what I know. I mean, nuclear, I grew up in the 80s, and back then it was nuclear war was a threat, but also there were nuclear facility problems in the United States. 3 Mile Island was something I grew up with, hearing about scary, a nuclear reactor meltdown. But even more than that, Chernobyl in Russia.
Yeah.
A few years after 3 Mile Island. And so you've got this fear of what happens, what if there's a problem, what if there's a leak? So that's a concern, but I've also heard people say, "Oh, it's a lot safer now, and nuclear is actually a very good energy source for us." I don't know. Let me just be quite honest with you. I don't know, but if it does happen, I would bring in a lot of jobs and money to the state of Oklahoma.
I've heard it's one of the safest, and I just Googled it, and according to the top result, it said nuclear energy is statistically one of the safest and cleanest methods to generate electricity.
Okay, well, that's another thing. Clean.
That's what I've heard.
It doesn't hurt the atmosphere.
Now, people like to talk about nuclear waste a lot, but I'm not an energy guy, so I can't really answer that. But from what I've heard, it's one of the safest and cleanest today. Now, Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island were decades ago, and I think research is improved. I mean, cars aren't what they were back when Chernobyl happened.
And by the way, this also brings up something that, because we all want to be experts on everything, and we all like to think we are, because we have the internet.
Yeah.
So obviously, we're all experts on everything. I think people should be willing to admit they don't know enough to form an opinion. I think people should be willing. I think their ego should be strong enough. I think their sense of themselves should be strong enough that they're not afraid to say, I don't know enough about this to give you a really valid opinion. I can't make a judgment on this nuclear facility story. Should Oklahoma get a nuclear facility? Is it something we want? Is it good for us? I don't know enough about it to form a valid opinion. I'm just telling you that the news is reporting that Oklahoma is allegedly one of 5 locations in the running for this, what's being called a campus, a nuclear campus.
I don't know what that means.
And is it good for us or bad for us? Now, everybody under the sun will weigh in with their, I think it's great. I think it's terrible. Really? Does anybody have enough information other than people in the Department of Energy who know about energy? Does anybody have enough information to give a valid opinion on this? I don't. And I'm not afraid to tell you. I don't know.
We just gave our uneducated opinions, and that's all we can do.
That's right. 7:37, that's Sam over there. My name is Nathan, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. We got your weather breakdown. We got a spotlight on Elk City. We want to talk about the Odyssey. And why not? And let's talk about picking in the park. That's tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. You and me going picking in the park. Brian White, JC from the Back Roads, Cody Brewer, Dean Jackson. It's picking in the park tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Ackley Park at Oak City. Absolutely free. And you know where in the park? Where the musicians are. If you go to Ackley Park tomorrow night,
just listen.
If you look for musicians and listen for the music, then that's where picking in the park will be.
If it's getting louder, you'll know you're getting closer.
Mm-hmm. Bring your lawn chair, bring out your jug of unsweet Red Diamond tea, and you just enjoy some free live music by talented musicians in Elk City's majestic open-air Ackley Park.
People call it hay wrap, but the technical term is net wrap. Our net wrap is like the strongest in the industry. It has a 12-month UV stabilizer so it don't break down, and it holds your bells together longer and makes it more worth your money. The cheaper stuff only lasts, I feel, if you wrap it, probably a couple months, and it's going to start breaking down when you try to move your bells. This one lasts a good over a year. Holds it tight. They want to keep their hay good, so it's good for their cows and horses not getting moldy and breaking apart when they're trying to move it and lose half of it down the road. There's like handles that's made on the roll because they're long and they're pretty heavy, but this makes it where you can pick it up and put it in there. It's not so bulky and you have to manhandle it so bad. It's the green and yellow brand colors, and everybody likes that color just because it holds up better and is stronger, and I've had a lot of good feedback from it. People can come get this hay wrap at Camrock Supply, 2111 South Main in Elk City. We're right south of Fred's.
Briley Baca is an investment advisor representative of and advisory services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
One of my earliest memories was waking up to a box of donuts on the kitchen table. By the time I woke up, Dad had already been at work for hours. He'd come home just long enough to leave breakfast for me, take me to school, and then head right back to the office. Back then, I thought it was all about the donuts. Looking back, I realized it never really was. Dad wasn't just building a business, he was building a reputation. One handshake, one family, one relationship at a time. If you're looking for experienced retirement guidance from a family that spent more than 3 decades earning the trust of people we serve, we'd love the opportunity to earn yours. I'm Briley Baca with Advanced Financial Strategies. Now the donuts are long gone, but the work ethic that put them on the table is still the foundation of everything that we do. Call us today, 323-6800, or visit our website, retirewithbaca.com.
Cotton producers, is your cotton already locked into the co-op pool this year? What if you could stay in the pool without having to gin through the co-op? Here's the good news. PCCA now allows independent gins like Carson County Gin to place your cotton into the pool you've already signed up for. That means you keep your pool marketing benefits while gaining the flexibility of an independent gin, family-style service, strong communication, and historically higher seed prices at independent gins in Texas. You'll still benefit from risk mitigation, professional expertise, and improved cash flow. This just lets you focus on farming while experts manage price volatility. But now you'll get to enjoy what independence brings. Constant communication from faces and voices you recognize, and historically higher seed prices. Same pool, different path, more options for your operation. Carson County Gin, 17 miles west of Pampa. Built around producers, tradition, and family.
Carter Electric in Elk City provides professional electrical services for residential, commercial, agricultural, and oil and gas applications, complete with overhead bucket truck capability for above-ground work, meaning they can service both overhead and underground transformers and installations. Since 1950, Carter Electric has served this area, and they continue to do so with dedication to quality and unsurpassed service. For your next electrical job or for an estimate, call Carter Electric in Elk City, 225-2447, or visit them at 217 West 12th Street in Elk City, with 24-hour emergency service available.
"18 minutes away from the top, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show." Nathan, Sam, this show, you know what? Let's do this show in memory of Landry. 225-9697. Text us and let us know. Here's your forecast. Sunny and hot, 104. Tomorrow, sunny and hot, 105. Today, 104. Tomorrow, 105. That's all you need to know. Right now, it's about 80 degrees on the back porch. Humidity about 55%, south winds around 10 miles per. That's Sam to my left. I'm Nathan to your right. Here you are, stuck in the middle with us. Did last spring's hailstorms batter your auto body? If so, you need to know Ezra. Nobody's better than Ezra when it comes to dent removal, when it comes to getting the auto body looking good again after the storms. He's the BD Ford guy. He's the one, Barbara Dyson Ford called him out and said, hey, we had some vehicles. Can you come and pop the dents out for us? Well, he's caught up. It took a while because we had 2 hailstorms.
Yeah.
It took him a while, but he's all caught up. And now if you, John Q. Public, have a car, truck, SUV that was battered by the hail back in the spring, talk to Ezra. Ezra Coy, Barbara Dyson Ford. Just drive into the Service Bay Park, and Ezra will give you a free estimate.
Does he use boiling water in a plunger over there?
It's proprietary. He won't tell me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to have to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get involved legally. I didn't want to expose myself to that kind of liability. So
scary.
I said, no, sir, I'm not gonna do it. But let Ezra tell you. Sam Brewer from the Elk City Convention Center and Parts Unknown is here to put a spotlight on Elk City, brought to you by the Elk City Chamber of Commerce, Elk City Tourism, Elk City Convention Center, and other folks. Sam, put a spotlight on Elk City for us.
Okay, top of the list, we had Pickin' in the Park. You've already talked about this. It's tomorrow. There you go. It's in Ackley Park. That's all you need to know.
Is it, though?
If you didn't know, well, you should have been listening earlier. Red Carpet Community Theater bringing Beetlejuice Jr., not Beetleboo, back again.
Beetleboo?
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Beetleboo.
July 31st through August 2nd at the Red Carpet Community Theater. Friday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m., Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets at rcct.org.
I remember when Bailey Alexander, what's her name? Carpenter, Bailey, not Bailey Alexander, Bailey Carpenter came in a few months ago and talked to us about Red Carpet Theater, summertime stuff, and the junior stuff.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. She mentioned Beetlejuice Jr., and here it is.
This reminds me, August is this Saturday.
I know!
And as much as I hate to say, I like 4th of July. I love Independence Day. I love grilling. I'm ready to be done with July. It's burned me. Quite literally, it's been so hot. I'm ready to be done.
But think about all the conversation starters we've had thanks to the
goodness,
heat.
Yes.
So, boys, heat. How about this heat? Is it hot enough for you?
Mm-hmm.
No! Get up!
Speaking of the sun, the American Solar Challenge, Friday, July 31st, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Elk City National Route 66 Museum. Collegiate teams from across the country stop in Elk City with their student-powered, solar-powered, student-designed, not student-powered. There's too many dashed
hyphens.
words.
Too many hyphens.
Student-designed, solar-powered race cars during the American Solar Challenge.
All right, that's just a little tease.
You can see the cars, meet the students, and there will be an ice cream parlor and food truck. How about that?
When is that?
This Friday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Elk City National Route 66 Museum Complex and Museum. Elk City Alumni Reunion happening this weekend as well. A lot of stuff happening this weekend.
Sam, your grandfather is participating in this alumni reunion.
Bill's going to be there? He didn't go to school here.
Your other grandfather is participating in this alumni reunion.
Well, that makes more sense. This Friday and Saturday at the Elk City Convention Center. Friday, 1 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. is registration. 5 p.m. This is Friday again, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. The teacher... goodness.
Are you okay?
The teacher's reception. And then that evening, it's still Friday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., dining and visiting.
225-9697. Text us and let us know. Are you going to the Oak City alumni deal, the reunion this weekend at the Oak City Convention Center? Sam will not be there because he doesn't qualify yet. He's too young.
I'm alumni, though.
He's an Elk City alumnus, but he's only been a year out.
Yeah, you have to be 37 and a half to attend.
When is the class of 25's one-year reunion?
We already passed it. We already passed it. This is for Saturday for the Elk City alumni reunion. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. is registration, and then 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. dining and visiting.
Where?
Well, at the Elk City Convention Center. As you know.
Yes.
Oh, I need to pull up. It got cropped in my image, so I have to pull this up. I have to pull this up on Digi.
Oh,
on
that's
the digital.
Right. Yeah, the thing I saw. Okay.
The studio, formerly known as AM Creative, is having their 5th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, August 1st, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. They're located at 2615 U.S. Route 66 in Elk City, Oklahoma. There will be door prizes, merch, face painting, and a medieval night. Medieval.
I'm going to admit something here. I'm not sure I've ever heard of this business before.
Neither have I.
Which is what happens when you don't advertise.
Exactly.
But they're having a thing. Tell them everybody again.
We're not biased.
What's the thing?
It's their 5th anniversary / renaming convention celebration. They were AM Creative. Now they're going to be known as the Studio.
I'm sorry. Chopper Dave is weighing in on the reunion. Chopper Dave has attended this reunion before. A couple of years ago, he came out and I hit him up at his hotel. Chopper Dave says, unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the reunion. I have to babysit Mitch McConnell.
Someone's got to do it.
Chopper Dave's busy this week, and I
very
understand.
brave.
By the way, going back to the greetings, better greetings rather than "How you doing?
How are you?
How are you? How are you?
How are you?
How are you? How are you?" Better than that, okay? Chopper Dave has a great suggestion. How about good morning? Is your underwear too tight?
I wore my loose pair this morning.
And so you could at least have a response. It's along the lines of, how is your liver? Spotlight on Elk City is brought to you by the Elk City Chamber of Commerce, Elk City Tourism, and various other things. Sam, if people want this list of events coming up in Elk City, where do they find it?
They can find it on the Elk City Chamber of Commerce's Facebook page.
750
on Elk City. Facebook.
There you go. Sam
Chamber.
Brewer. Spotlight on Elk City, brought to you by the Elk City Chamber of Commerce. One listener says, just say, greetings.
Glad tidings.
Hello. How about just
Jerry?
Hello. Why can't you just say hello? Hi. Hey.
You have to do the follow. How are you doing? Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you? Good. Okay. Hello.
Well, that's good to see you.
Why can't you just say hello?
I don't know.
Why can't you just say hello? Sam Brewer went to a movie last night. What did you see?
The Odyssey. Do we want to talk about it after the break? We're getting close to time.
We're going to start right now and finish up after the break.
Okay. Well, I saw The Odyssey last night at 7 p.m., and I found out our theater does $5 Tuesdays. They do $5 Tuesdays.
Know that.
Yeah. So that was a pleasant surprise. I don't think I've ever seen a movie on a Tuesday night at the theater, but it was quite the experience.
Start rattling off some cast members.
Matt Damon, Zendaya, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, well, now I'm forgetting, Robert Patterson, and
is it Patterson or Pattinson?
I thought it was Patterson.
Well, that was, say Robert Patterson?
Yeah.
But not James. Oh, maybe I'm thinking about James Pattinson.
Maybe. Travis Scott was in it. He was the first person you hear.
Really? Was it in it?
Yes. Hmm?
I didn't know
He was
that.
the poet.
Interesting.
And it's just funny to see him in a serious role. Who else am I? Elliot Page.
Yeah.
I don't really know who that is. John Bernthal from Other Things. Mia Goth from Other Things. Who else?
It's a big cast.
It is a big cast.
It was a big movie. It was a long movie.
Well, yeah.
I tell you what, after Jared gives us the news, we'll get your breakdown on The Odyssey.
And Matt Damon.
Good morning, partly cloudy and 79. Heat advisory starting at 11 today once again. This is the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Aitho. The Beckett County Sheriff's Office says a targeted operation in Sarah has led to 6 arrests and the seizure of more than 223 grams of suspected methamphetamine. Deputies were searching for wanted fugitives on July 18th when they arrested 53-year-old Jonathan Harris on an outstanding Greer County warrant. Deputies say they also found suspected meth and drug paraphernalia, leading to additional charges. 66-year-old William Cothran was also arrested on an outstanding Beckham County warrant. Later, deputies searched a Sarah residence after reportedly spotting suspected meth and drug paraphernalia in plain view. Following a search warrant, investigators arrested 48-year-old Larry Lopez on complaints including trafficking methamphetamine, maintaining a dwelling for illegal drugs, and possession of drug paraphernalia. 42-year-old Valerie Havens was also arrested on complaints of trafficking meth and possession of drug paraphernalia. The sheriff's office says the investigation has resulted in 8 new felony charges, the seizure of 2 firearms, and numerous items of drug paraphernalia. The search for the fugitives remains ongoing. All suspects are presumed innocent unless proven guilty in court. The U.S. Department of Energy has selected Oklahoma as one of 5 states to continue exploring the development of a nuclear life cycle innovation campus. The project could bring billions of dollars in investments, thousands of high-paying jobs, and strengthen America's nuclear energy industry if Oklahoma is ultimately chosen. State Representative Nick Archer of Elk City, who worked on getting Oklahoma considered for a campus, says the opportunity could reshape Oklahoma's future.
I'm excited. The state of Oklahoma has built its economy solving problems, and this opportunity is no different. If we are ultimately selected, national labs generate billions of dollars into their parent state's economy. That means new workforce pipelines for engineers, scientists, skilled lab technicians, those types of things, positions Oklahoma doesn't currently have to offer my kids and our grandkids. And so I'm excited. Oklahoma has a chance not just to lead in oil and gas production, but to also lead America's next generation of energy innovation.
The Department of Energy reviewed applications from 26 states before selecting Oklahoma, Utah, Tennessee, Louisiana, and Idaho for the next phase of the process. Final host sites have not yet been chosen. These stories and more on our Facebook page and website. Once again, partly cloudy, currently 79, and that heat advisory going into effect at 11 a.m. today. This has been the Paragon Morning News. I'm Jared Aitho.
Oh, yeah. 5 away from the top, 96.5 KECO's The Early Morning Show. How about Opie from The Andy Griffith Show? How about him? Sam Brewer went to see the movie The Odyssey last night. What's it about?
Well, it's you've ever heard of the Iliad of Homer, and Troy and the Odyssey, and
yes.
Well, it's about Odysseus, a fellow returning from the Trojan War, and it shows flashbacks from the Trojan War, which was really cool. This was all shot on IMAX,
which means what?
It was film. It was shot on film.
Okay,
and it was all shot on film. There's no CGI used at all. So it was all real props, real scenes. It was really visually one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Who does Anne Hathaway portray?
She portrays the Queen of Ithaca, Odysseus's wife.
Oh,
Matt Damon's wife.
Mm-hmm. So what's the story of? So there are flashbacks to this previous war.
Matt Damon is making his way home to return to be the king of his kingdom. While at home, there's a lot of suitors wanting to marry Anne Hathaway because they don't know if Odysseus is alive.
Oh,
So that's the basic plot point of the plot line. Odysseus making it back home. Suitors wanting to become king.
And he's like, hey, stay away from her. She's my wife.
Basically. I don't want to give away too much.
And then in the middle, there's this song. I was going to play a song and it just left. Oh, well, never mind. Anyway, keep going.
The budget was about $250 million.
Is it making any money?
Globally, it's making quite a bit. It has made so far $652 million. And I can understand why. It was a really good movie. Definitely objectively one of the best movies I've seen, especially in theater.
But it's so long. Is there an intermission or does it just keep going?
It keeps going. It's 2 hours and 50-something minutes.
Were you able to sit through the whole thing or did you have to get up and go to the bathroom?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't have to get up. That's what I'm saying.
I would have gotten up and gone to the bathroom.
I do plan on seeing the new Spider-Man that comes out soon. I think I'll enjoy that more, but I think I would rate The Odyssey higher.
Tom Holland was in this movie?
Yes.
What role does he play?
He plays Odysseus' son.
Oh.
The Prince of Ithaca.
And so Anne Hathaway's his mother?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I didn't realize until recently. I'm a goober. I didn't realize until recently Tom Holland is British.
Well, he does a really good American accent.
Yeah. He's apparently a very good actor.
Yeah.
You know, pretending to be someone he's not, like Americans.
You'd have to be good to be good.
But did everybody do, of course, I mean, it's supposed to be Greek, but did everybody do American accent?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or was it British? Or what was
it? Was all pretty much American.
So Tom Holland continued to do his good American accent.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon did an American accent.
Yes.
Which is unusual for him. And Anne Hathaway, there was no singing?
No.
You know, she can sing.
No singing. Good movie.
Would it
really
be good enough? Because you went with somebody who'd already seen it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She wanted to see it again.
Yeah.
Almost 3 hours, twice over. 6 hours spent watching the same movie in a week's time.
This is a good movie.
How many people were in the audience?
16, not including us two.
So not a huge...
Me and my sister.
Not a huge attendance.
But still for a Tuesday night.
But
almost 2 weeks after it came out.
But worldwide, it's doing very well.
Yes.
It's making some bank.
Still.
Making some dough.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I mean, 9.5, maybe a 10.
Get out!
It was really good. Visually stunning.
But it wasn't too long?
No. I think it kept me engaged pretty much the whole time.
Wow.
Which was surprising.
Does it have a strong beginning?
Yes.
And
a strong end.
With Travis Scott?
Yes. He did a good job.
Okay, so you recommend it?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially if you like Greek mythology or history or anything like that.
Fox News, Exploring Energy, and more coming up on 96.5.